Hey, it's Mel with We Can Code It, and I'm continuing our discussion of common programming challenges and how to solve them. And the point again here is not to give you a cheat sheet, but to teach you concepts that you may not have learned or may have fallen asleep in class, or maybe you just forgot, or maybe you never really thought it was that important. And oops, it is. It's time to learn them. So right now I'm looking at questions on indiabix.com under Java Programming Operators and Assignments. This is question 13. C#, folks, do not be intimidated by this. This is very similar to C#. A few minor differences that you should be able to figure out on your own, like system.out.println, println is the same as system.console.writeline. I'm guessing you could figure that out on your own. So system.out.print is the same as system.console.write. Cool? Lowercase main is the same in C# as uppercase main. Got it? They do the same things underneath. Good. Okay. So you'll notice this time around I have a notepad up and running, and I've created a few categories to help us organize our code while we're solving some problems. I created an area called Heap that will hold my heap values. Main stack will be the main methods values here, and print is what would be printed out to the screen. As we enter different methods here, especially in Pass O, you'll see I'll create new stacks for those as well. I think this is a really, really nice solution to keeping track of things. Okay, so let's start here in main. First, we're creating a new object. The new object is of type PASO. When we create a new object, this is not a primitive data type. Primitive data types are things like ints, bools, bytes, chars, doubles, floats, things like that. Things that you could store a simple value in, like 42 would be an int value. That's easy. That gets stored straight on the stack. If it's a complex value, what do I mean by complex? Well, for example, strings. Why? Strings are arrays of characters. It's more than one value. It needs to go into the heap because it's more than one simple value. The stack just can't hold that, okay? Other things, arrays in general go on the heap. And definitely objects go on the heap because we can have lots of different things going on in an object. I'm going to show you how I do this, and I hope you catch on. So we create a new Pass O. I'm going to throw that on the heap, and I'm creating an arbitrary address. I'm calling this 1000x, like hexadecimal, okay? It's just an arbitrary address. And that's a new pass, and we don't have any fields to fill out here, so there are no field values in here. So I'm just going to just leave that alone for right now. There are no fields to worry about. And I'm going to create, in my main stack, I'm going to create a new variable called P, and it doesn't get the value of pass or anything. What it gets is a value of this memory location that we put on the heap. Good deal. Okay, let's continue. Then we go to P start. Okay, let's create a start stack. Oops, sorry guys. Okay, in our start method, we create another object. This one is called 2. Just going to give it an arbitrary address here. And 2 comes up here. 2 has a byte variable called x. And x has what value? This is interesting. Primitive values, primitive data types have default values. Most of those default values are 0. So if you don't see byte x equals 0 or 1, something like that, it means it will inherit the default value, which is 0. Complex data types, on the other hand, are often null. So data types that are reference, when I say complex, you'll hear reference types go on the heap. those typically have a null value as a default value. Okay, good. So we created this new 2 object. I put it up here under 2000x, and it is a variable on the start stack. It's called t. So t now references this 2000x. So that's what I put inside of t. T is a pointer to a memory location which holds values. Okay, so really that's what it holds in the stack that's on the computer, this memory that's allocated on the computer. Okay, it holds, T actually holds to like some memory location. We're just referring to it here as 2000x. It probably won't be that in your program, but you don't know what it's going to be. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next line. System.out.print t.x and then a space. So let's take a look. T, let's go here, let's follow it. T is right here, dot x. So it wants us to print, it's going to print 0, right? Because the value of t points to this heap location, which has the value of x, contains the value of x. Oops, sorry, trying to highlight that for you. And that value is 0. So it's going to print 0 and then a space. Good. Now we go back to start. We instantiate, well, we're declaring a new T2 here, but let's go to the right first. We're doing fix T. So let's create another stack. It's the fix stack. Sorry, I'm having Notepad undo issues here. Okay, first thing we have to note is that we start with a variable. So let's put TT on here. TT is a variable that was passed from fix. Fix passes T. What is T? Let's look. What is T? T is a reference to a memory location, and that's exactly what TT will have in it when we start this fix method. Okay, then first line reassigns the value of tt.x to 42. So let's do this. TT. See, let's dereference this. TT goes to 2000x. The value of x, we're reassigning that to 42. So just come on up here and put 42 in. Good. And then it returns TT. Was it return? It returns a memory address. I'm just going to copy that because it's returning from fix. We can delete that stack. It no longer exists in scope. And we're back to start, and fix T here becomes 2000x. So 2000x is assigned to T2. So let's go to start. T2 is now this value. Okay, finally, in the end of the start method, we have system out print line. So we're back to print t.x. What is t? 2000x. That's 42. So it prints 42. Then a space, then t2.x. What's t2? This is supposed to be 2, by the way. Is 2000x. Let's go up to 2000x. X here is 42. The result is 0, 42, 42, which is C. Let's go ahead and view our answer, and voila, it indeed is C. Okay, I hope that helps you out a bit. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'm happy to assist. Thanks. See you soon.